Market recap, March 4th, 2026. Um, they come in at the previous day high yesterday. Um, Not much though. We actually started sinking at the start. We came in rejected, to be honest. I was looking at the short right here, but something had me not do it. Would have got smoked. I actually thought it rejected here, but looking back how it didn't hit the candle was saved, bro. I was genuinely saved. I didn't even know it at the moment. Looked at that, bang. None else much on that part. Then we start pumping. The 4 hour change direction. So then with that, I went long. Not off this candle. Usually I would, but I've seen when it's like this and the bar is solid next to it, gotta go. So also didn't even go at this bar. I got lucky and I came back here. I went on this one because I shouldn't have already been in on this one. But I was taking too long and my order didn't fill, so I decided to wait. And if I wasn't getting here, I was just gonna have to miss this move. And I ended up not missing it. And it just ran about 4 minutes. About 4 or 5 minutes. Boom. Done. Bam. 2 hours usual. 76 pips to 158. Kind of didn't chop what was it called, lot size, because the premiums are so high that it's like messing up like the moves. So it's like not, you won't get as much like gain because the move is, even though the moves are good, but the price is already so expensive, so you can't even like have as much. I just had like 7 cons instead of like 10, but this is above like a 50 pip stop, so I won't even have 10. So, but yeah. So, is there anything else really? At first, low key, I was like kind of mad when I first exited, cause like, damn, I don't think I covered yesterday's loss, but I did, and like a decent amount, like 520. So it's whatever. I already feel like playing for keeps, but I haven't even like started. I'm not up that much to be already saying, yeah, I'm playing for keeps. Low key, I have to be prepared to like literally lose everything again, over and over if that's possible. Hopefully not, but that's how it can go. Gotta remove the expectations and literally just get to do what you're supposed to do. You know what you have to do, so that's about it. There's nothing more about it. Whatever happens, happens, bro. So, yeah. Hopefully another game video comes soon. Catch you on the flip.
And it was per dollar, right? Per dollar could get you 100 yen. What if we are experiencing a depreciation of the American currency, then you can now only get 90 yen per dollar, right? But usually we work with this sort of form of nominal exchange rate where it is expressed in terms of like per dollar, right? But we could also have it the other way around where sort of per yen, right? So if it is that, then it's the other way around, right? It's switched. So I just wanted to highlight that. So appreciation, increased exchange rate, basically meaning you're going to be able to buy more of that foreign currency per your domestic currency. What is a depreciation? It is weakening of your domestic currency. You're going to be able to buy less of that foreign currency per your domestic currency, right? So that's just a nominal exchange rate, and this is sort of just like the nominal interest rate, right? What is posted by the banks and financial institutions. Now, we're going to be working with what is called the real exchange rate. So the real exchange rate, so nominal is this lower letter E, right? The real exchange rate is gonna be this, a Greek letter, called epsilon. So this refers to the real, exchange rate. Now, what about this real exchange rate? It gives you the relative price of domestic goods in terms of domestic goods, right? So nominal exchange rate, it give you, a price, right? Price of your domestic currency in terms of a foreign currency. Now, this is in terms of, domestic goods, right? So it's given in terms of goods. So for example, Japanese Big Macs, per US Big Mac, or per Japanese, I don't know, cars, for US, cars. So it's gonna be expressed in terms of, how much of a good, you can consume, abroad per unit of your own good, right? So that's sort of the logic behind this. So for one example, what could a real exchange rate look like? So Big Mac is used pretty commonly, so not just for the real interest rate, but what is called the purchasing power parity. I think I might cover purchasing power parity on a Friday if I have a bit more time. So why Big Mac? Why do we use Big Mac a lot? Is because this is sort of a one common good across the board, right? That where pretty much every country has McDonald's, it seems like, so you can sort of compare that where this is sort of like a basic homogeneous kind of goods across the board. So price, for example, right, of a Big Mac in Japan. So again, any sort of foreign variables, right, it is going to be denoted by this star. So price in Japan of a Big Mac could be 200 yen, right? But price in the US, I don't think it's 250 anymore, maybe around like, well, how much is it costing these days? 4, 5, right? So definitely not 250. So price in the US, okay, let's assume it's costing 250, right? And then what is that nominal exchange rate? You can buy 120 yen per US dollar, right? So how do you find the real exchange rate? This is the formula that you follow. This is the real exchange rate. This is how you find it. So it's nominal exchange rate times the price domestically. So basically you're converting the price of the Big Mac to Japanese yen, right? That's what you're doing in the numerator, and then you divide that by the price of the good. In this case, it's the Big Mac, and that gives you the real exchange rate. So, but this works when it is expressed in terms of a per dollar, right? So pay attention to that. So the real exchange rate is nominal times price domestically divided by